Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave, Siryn. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave, Siryn. Now, I usually review waves in their entirety. However, a few of these single figures from the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave have started to hit retail. Over in the US, I believe GameStop have started to ship out Wolverine and Siryn, but I got mine thanks to the super producer himself, Rich M, aka Displayed Once on Instagram. We all know he's the source and he has his sources. So he sent me Siryn for an early review just to give us a sneak peek at this Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave. And Siryn is going to be a welcomed addition to that X-Force team we are slowly completing on the shelf. So here she is in the packaging with a massive tank piece for the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave, an interchangeable set of hands. And you know me, I love displaying figures on the shelf, displaying their ability. It brings the shelf to life. So I can't wait to display Siryn with her interchangeable screaming. Oh, wait, that's awkward. Okay, there's no interchangeable head, which is disappointing because you would think Siryn would come with at least one screaming head. So I don't know what Hasbro were thinking, but we do get a neutral head in the packaging, and it seems like her cape is that soft vinyl like we get on Storm. But still, this is her second appearance look. She'll fit in multiple places in the display, and the figure definitely still looks nice. So there it is, Siryn on the front. We get the X logo at the top, Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave. There she is again on the side. There it is again on the back. And we get a little write up that reads, inheriting her mutant sonic scream from her father Banshee and raised by her criminal uncle, Black Tom Cassidy, Theresa Cassidy forges her heroic path with the X Factor as Siryn. And then, as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Siryn. So as I said, hopefully it doesn't take too long before the rest of the figures start showing up, because I am very much looking forward to Bonebreaker. However, today, let's take a look at Siryn. Let's open her up. Here we have Siryn out of the packaging with all of her accessories and, of course, this Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure piece, which gives us a nice tease of the Build-A-Figure. Now, this is just half of the tank. So this is the tank and the treads. And as I said, look at it. This is just half of it, and it's massive, nearly as big as her, and it's quite wide as well. So when we complete this guy, he's going to be pretty big. So start clearing some space on the shelf for your new Reavers display, because this is going to take up a bit of real estate, that is for sure. But it's a nice tease. Hopefully it's not too long before I can complete that guy, but I'll move that out of the way. Obviously stick around. Obviously when I get the rest of the wave, we'll look at that. She comes with her interchangeable set of hands, open palm hands. No screaming head, unfortunately. Move them out of the way, and let's just compare her side by side with her comic counterpart. Now, I think I said this was her second appearance look. I meant her second uniform, if you will, by Greg Capello, as she started to change her ways to good. And I think comparing it to the comics, it looks pretty good. I think they've done a pretty good job putting that in plastic. This is a very mind's eye look for Siryn. For me personally, she's going to definitely be a nice addition to the X-Force team. We just need Feral, but I'll get into that later. But of course, this is on the new Shriek pinless body, so we already know what we're getting ourselves in for with this. Probably the best female body available right now. So yeah, let's take a closer look. Starting up top with Siryn's head sculpt, and I actually think they've done a really nice job here. Hasbro have said that they're going to move towards doing the 3D digital face printing tech on comic figures, but it looks like Siryn still has a nicely painted face here. She's got the red lips, the nicely painted eyes, and then the orange eyebrows to match this orange red hair, which is a new sculpt as well. It does look similar to other females that we've got, because we've got a lot of females with flowing hair, but it is unique as you've got all these extra curls and swirls, and it looks like there's a bit of like shading or shadowing in there, but I do think the unique sculpt is just bouncing off the lights, creating shadows. I thought there was like a bit of yellow dry brushing up here as well, but again, I just think it's the sculpt bouncing off the light, creating different shades, but it is just one piece of orange plastic. But that combined with the very nice face sculpt looks for a very nice neutral Siryn. However, it would have been better with a screaming head, right? right? Or at least options. But again, I'm just being greedy. As a neutral expression Siryn, I think it looks pretty good. No complaints from me for a neutral head at least. But there you go, all the way around. Nicely sweeping to one side. Very good sculpt actually, to be fair. But yeah, she looks good. So let's take a look at the rest of the body, because as I said, this is on the best female Marvel Legend body available. It is on the Shriek body. So we're talking double jointed, pinless figure. So I love the pinless look, so aesthetically pleasing. So I know straight away I'm going to like what we've got here. However, she has this unique soft vinyl sort of piece, which is very similar to things we have seen before in Legends. Anything on a Storm figure is basically what we have here on this Siryn. We've got this sort of soft vinyl material, and as I feel that, it feels exactly the same. So if you've got a Storm in your collection, you know what you're getting yourself in for with that sort of vinyl material. But what's unique about this is it's attached here at the wrists, of course. You can see it hooks around the wrists, but it's also attached at the shoulders as well, like literally in the joints of the shoulders. So to get the cape off, you're going to have to pop off the hand. So you obviously don't want to do that, but let me just show you, it is literally tucked in here at the shoulder. So it does make for a nice seamless look and keeps it tight on the back, so there's no gappiness. So I do quite like that seamless look, but it may get a little bit awkward posing her up with it all flailing about like that. So for a more neutral look, I actually quite like the way it flows over, but you're going to have to manipulate this how you want. Maybe bring it down a little bit, I don't know. But the only thing that's bothering me is that, see inside here, we've got those yellow pins. Now the uniform is all green, right? So it would have made more sense for these pins here on the shoulders to be green. But again, that's just me being super nitpicky, but just thought I'd mention it. Other than that, the design of the figure is quite simple, to be fair. Just yellow against the green. Quite clean lines. We've got an X. Is that for X-Force? Is that for X-Factor? You tell me. A little bit of green there at the back, and then yellow there at the back, and then yellow for the boots with these like separate cuff pieces just above the boots. But as I mentioned, double jointed, pinless, female Marvel Legend. Very nice. Same up here at the elbows. If I can move that out the way, you can see double jointed, pinless, female. Look at that. Beautiful. Bravo. So here we have Siryn with her fisted hands. She also has a set of open palm hands, which are there for like pointing at people when she's screaming at them or something like that, so you can sort of do her ability. I think they look pretty good. It's nice having options. Just remember to be careful when you are taking out the hand not to pull too hard. You may rip out that vinyl, so you take that off. There's the vinyl, and you can see the holes in there, so just be very careful you're not ripping that out, because you wouldn't want any accidents. But there you go. She has those sort of open palm, both with up and down hinges on as well, so you can get her posed up. But she's going to look a lot nicer on a flight stand. And there she is. I think that's the best way to display Siryn, is getting her on a flight stand, so you can really see that vinyl cape flowing behind her without getting cramped up in between other figures. And yeah, she's going to look very nice on a shelf, that is for sure. She has got a peg hole in the back of the figure, which I suppose you could use to plug in a flight stand. It's just this flight stand is quite chunky, but again, the vinyl cape actually hides it quite nicely. And yeah, I think she looks really nice up there flying. It would just be so much better if I had a screaming face, right? Right? So let's move into some comparisons now. First up, I would like to bring in her father, Banshee, but I don't have him in figure form. He came out during the dark days of Marvel Legends, and he's not worthy of being in your collection, to be quite honest. He is well in need of an update. So Dwight Stool, I know you don't want to do it, but we need a new Banshee. But I do have a family member. It's her uncle, the person who raised her to commit crimes, Black Tom Cassidy, because of course she was the estranged daughter of Banshee, hidden away and raised by Black Tom Cassidy into the world of crime before she came good. So here we have some family members on the shelf at least. I also wanted to bring in Juggernaut, because it was Juggernaut and Black Tom Cassidy that Siryn helped defeat when she teamed up with the X-Force for the first time, when she started to turn around and become a good guy. So here we have Tom Cassidy, Juggernaut, Siryn. Now, as I mentioned, Siryn did join X-Force, but she wasn't an original member. So here we have her compared compared to two other people that happened to join X-Force a little bit later as well, with Richter and Sunspot. And bringing in the rest of the X-Force team, we've got Shatterstar, Boom Boom, Cannonball, Sunspot, Warpath and Richter all standing there looking great with Siryn. However, if you think back to that image I showed you at the start of the video, we are still missing one character to complete that team and complete that famous image. Can you tell who it is? It's of course Feral. Hasbro, when are you going to give us Feral? Hopefully soon. Bringing in a couple of less related characters, as I wanted to show you that Siryn is on the same body as this Shriek, this double jointed pinless female body. This is the best Marvel Legends female body available to us right now, so no complaints from me at all. And I also wanted to send a massive thank you to Rob Pollock. So hopefully he's watching this video, but for the first time in my collection after 8 years since its original release, I have Agent Venom. Thank you very much to Rob. Just wanted to send a thank you on camera. But yeah, Agent Venom, finally. I know it's old, people, but I'm very happy to add it to the shelf. But here he is. Here we have a trio of red-haired female Marvel Legends with Elsa Bloodstone and Firestar compared to Siryn. And I just wanted to point out that Firestar's hair is different to Siryn's. They're not the same. I did double check. I even checked Dark Phoenix's. Honestly, Siryn's is a new hair sculpt. But these three look great together. Here we have Siryn compared to the Retro Spider-Man and the brand new Retro Rhino. Go and check out my Retro Rhino review on the channel after you've watched this video. Honestly, it's a very nice update to that Build-A-Figure. Definitely worthy of your time. Here we have Siryn compared to Frogman, who seems to be doing a bit of free advertising. And then we have Tigra. And I mentioned earlier that we need Feral to complete that X-Force team. I do think that this Tigra body would be a great base to do exactly that. So hopefully that is coming very soon. But of course, shout out the super producer Rich M, aka Displayed Once. And last but definitely not least, here we have Siryn compared to Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. It seems like the super producer has got into Hank as well, because he's basically telling everyone he would like a Monet Marvel Legend. Hasbro, you listening? Monet. So, final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Siryn figure. I honestly really like it. It's on the best female Marvel Legends body. The colours really do pop. The vinyl cape looks pretty good on display. I just have one tiny little complaint. She should have come with the screaming head. Now, granted, I'm usually the first asking for options, and I would usually have a more neutral expression on display. But for this specific character, where her unique ability is screaming, just like her daddy Banshee, we really should have been given the screaming head first, or at least the option. I like the head we got, but we should have been given the screaming head as well. So hopefully you find a place to give us that down the line. Maybe give us Banshee down the line and pack in an extra head for Siryn, and all will be forgiven. But yeah, I do think a screaming head would have looked better on a display for this particular character. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. And once again, a massive thank you to Rich M, aka Displayed Once, aka the super producer, aka the source, for making this review possible. Thank you very much, my friend. I'll make sure she gets back to you safely soon. And as always, go and check out the videos tab, find the playlists, but most importantly, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. You can also hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter as well. Tweet me at Dan Who Reviews. Don't be shy. And come on, Hasbro, we're so close to finishing that Greg Capello X-Force team. We just need Feral, all right? Make it happen. And my name's Dan W. And I will see you on the next one.